How's it going, everybody? My name is BobaTalks and you are watching BobaTalks. So how about that Wonder Woman trailer? That was absolutely amazing. I just want to apologise for not getting as many videos up this week, even though I'd love for this to be a full-time thing one day. I have actually been looking for work to obviously earn some real-life money, and I've actually found something. So that is why there hasn't been as much videos this week, but there will be more videos to come, and it shouldn't really interrupt my schedule because it is part-time work, because I want to do YouTube part-time as well. But with that out of the way, guys, I just want to give you my thoughts and sort of a review on the trailer from my perspective. Believe it or not, I actually wasn't really too hyped about Wonder Woman when it got announced and when the first trailer dropped. I liked her as a character in Batman vs Superman and everything like that, but just for her solo film, I just wasn't really feeling it. But this trailer completely turned me around, and it just really has just made me so excited for the film in general. So obviously this film is like an origin story for Wonder Woman and how she came to want to protect the world, and it's all set during World War I. But what I really liked about the beginning of the trailer is that it shows that we're going to probably have some flash forwards, and while this is kind of fairly obvious because she's looking at a photo of herself from back in World War I, and there's even a letter from Bruce Wayne on the side, and maybe it was actually him who provided her with this picture of herself. So I'm thinking maybe the film is going to be portrayed to the audience of her sort of explaining how she became to care about the world and wanting to get involved and save it, to present day where she's actually saying at the beginning of the trailer, I used to want to save the world. So what changed? I mean, obviously we know that she got involved in Batman vs Superman, so she put the costume back on for the first time since World War I. But before Batman vs Superman, she kind of hung the cowl, so to speak, and didn't really help out as a superhero in between World War I and Batman vs Superman. I just want to ask you guys, why do you think that is? Do you think that in this film we're obviously going to see her inspired to protect the world, but then something happens that just makes her think she really shouldn't get involved? Or do you think it's something entirely different that made her hang up the Wonder Woman costume? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So the most popular theory, alongside obviously the plot being World War I, is that the main villain is Dr. Poison. Now she's seen several times throughout the trailer with that really horrible looking mask on the side of her face, and also being shown demonstrating these new weapons that she's blatantly making to help the Germans win the First World War. So overall, I think that's a fitting villain, obviously because we've got a whole problem with World War I being the case anyway, and we're going to see a hell of a lot of action due to that itself. But obviously now that we've got this villain involved, it's got to add that little bit more of excitement into the film, just adding another problem on top of World War I, and I mean, what could really get worse than that? Speaking of action, this whole film, I think this is the thing that got me really pulled into it. It's just advertising Wonder Woman's just badassery. I mean, it really just credits her amazingness and really just made me fall in love with her character that much more. I know they've demonstrated this in previous trailers, but I felt like this trailer was a lot more action-packed, and I'm not normally a typical guy to get lured in by the action, but just those moments where she can actually see the bullets fly past and deflecting them with her wrist guard just really do it for me, because there's nothing more cool than seeing a superhero just, well, doing superhero things. Another thing to talk about is the vibrancy of this film. The color palette is just so different to what we're used to seeing in the DC films. I mean, a popular thing amongst a lot of people who hate on the DC films at the minute, I mean, for example, Batman vs Superman and stuff, is just it's always dark, it's always gritty, and it didn't have to be that way to be cool. And don't get me wrong, I always loved the dark and grittiness of the films. I wasn't one of those haters at all, but I'm not saying no to this new vibrancy and humor that they're including in Wonder Woman and the following films like Justice League to come. I just feel like Wonder Woman is going to be the kind of redemption film for all those haters out there who are really picking on the DC films. Just from those moments in the trailer where we saw those beautiful locations and it's not all grey and dark. It's just like those locations like Paradise Island, which is really vibrant. Colours in her armour and just all of that is great. And it's just not all doom and gloom for once. And it's just really cool to see that they're picking up a bit more humour in these films. I'm really looking forward to the humour in Justice League. We've already been teased with quite a bit for that. But in this film, there's comments just like, she's a really good secretary and whatnot. It just really lifts my hopes for this film, and it just really makes me that much more engaged. So I can't imagine how that makes somebody feel who didn't really like the direction DC was going in. So winding back to where we saw that note from Bruce Wayne earlier, I mean, I don't think the film's going to be heavily involved with hints and teases for Justice League / BVS. But obviously all that stuff is going on in the background, so keep an eye out for that when you're watching the film, since it is quite obvious that it is going to be flashing forward to present day. I also noticed at one point in a trailer, just where she smashes her wrist guards together, she's flying, well, sort of hovering in the air. I don't think they're going to make Wonder Woman fly. I mean, she technically does have the capabilities of it in the comics, but I think she's going to be more of a really jump far distance, or maybe hold herself in the air for a little while. But let me know if you think they're actually going to tease a bit of flying in the movie beyond what we saw in the trailer. But other than what I think, guys, I would love to hear what you think in the comment section below. Write write down what you thought of this trailer. Did it make you like 10 times more excited for the film just like me? Or were you already hyped for the film and this has just made you really, really impatient for it to come out? But that's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like on this video. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. As always, I really appreciate all your support. I love seeing the comments you guys write. And if you've got any ideas on any videos you want me to make, just post below in the comment section and I'll be sure to reply to you and maybe even make the video. If you are new to this video and BobaTalks channel in general, guys, I make videos like this usually every single weekday. And if you do want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to ensure you stay up to date with every single video that comes out. But that's everything I've got to say, guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.